welcome in. If you clicked on this video, if it found you, wherever it found you, this is for you. There is a message here for you from Spirit. And what we're feeling called to do right now is to share one of the segments. It's quite a long, we're gonna put one of the segments that's about 40 minutes for you to experience how the channelings come through. There's a clearing and then there's channeling. That's usually how it works. So either there's a clearing within the energy field and then they come through, or they just come through. It depends. But we feel like sharing because this is one of those recordings that only the full access members are getting. But we feel like sharing this one for whatever reason. Someone needs to hear something that's in here. It's a very special message about what we are experiencing with our body in connection to Gaia, and how all of you can also do the same and make that same connection. Alright, here you go. We hope that you enjoy. There is so much that's happening now. It's interesting how we are being adjusted with deeper and deeper and greater comprehension here. Very interesting morning we had a generator that we bought specifically for this camper to charge a battery here, and that caught fire. It was very accidental. I sort of got to see that the voltage, because there's a little meter when I turn on the lights there, and so I got to see the voltage of the battery, and I saw that it was sort of flickering below 12, which is not really a big deal, but it was sort of flickering in a way that it caught my attention. And I then recognized that that fan for that generator hasn't gone on, meaning that goes on whenever it charges, so it kind of sort of alternates by going on and off. And so I remember, that hasn't made any sound yet. And then I looked at the fuse board and it was sort of not really on. And so I tried to turn it on, and then there was a little strange sound. And so we opened it up and it was sort of smelled burnt, and it didn't register that it was about that thing. And then we did it again, and then there was a lot of smoke and flames from inside that unit. So we turned off that pretty fast. And that's all linked to how we are maneuvering our energy into the body. It's sort of like, because remember, this is reflection of our individuality in a way. That's how we have made this, because this is sort of like, this is our space that we're creating here, you know. That's what we have made this. And then we have it's very interesting day actually. We have had a lot of, not a lot, but a few goals, and that has changed a little bit. And then we've noticed this other path that sort of showed itself up between what we thought we should do. And that was just one being, very sort of angelic frequency, we would say. Sort of just dancing around life, very joyful and bright. Very aware being, actually, when we sort of feel into it. And we just this is the fun thing with this Gaia thing, because now when Gaia shows someone to us 3 times, then we're like, what is it with this being, you know? So we went straight up to talk or to say something, and we got to give a card. This is Gaia at work. You see, it wasn't in our awareness really, but Gaia showed us. We sort of went into a random place in a hostel, just like feeling like, and then there was a being there. We could have said something, but we said nothing. We just stood there. And then the next time we saw a person, we sort of felt the person behind our back, and then someone just moved past. We didn't really register, but there was just some feeling. And then a third time, and then we made the connections, and I was like, that's you 3 times. And we just blurted it out. It's so funny. This is so wonderful. We really love these kind of meetings. Thank you, Gaia. It's so beautiful. We felt that it was a little bit incomplete, but that's okay. That showed actually the agility to present that this being had, which was wonderful, actually. Very, very cool. It's very interesting what's happening with our field with these shifts. It's just everything shifts. Then the things that are happening just happens differently. And now we have a bike that we are lending, because we delivered our bike to get fixed. Now it doesn't pump, and so we'll see. That's like one of these, okay, interesting Gaia, you know? Gaia is just taking me places in a way and letting me wait, and perhaps that's the message. Don't think that you are in control here. At least not from that place, that mind place, right? Okay, let's make something happen, you know? That's usually a lot of efforting. But there was a nudge. But then we did effort a little bit. We basically felt like we could have done better with following Gaia. Not with that process. Like, that was fine, the process we did, but paying closer attention to Gaia. And when it shifts from being inspired, where one thing just leads to another, and when it's Gaia slowing you down. Right? We can feel we're a little bit eager for things to happen. And so our masculine wants to come in and just, okay, let's make things happen. But it's important to... It's good to have a plan, but be willing and open to alter it. We were planning to go to the beach. We ended up going around town without a bike. And we were thinking afterwards, why didn't we ask for a bike? Because then we wouldn't have bumped into this being 3 times. Gaia works in mysterious ways. We love Gaia so much on how she works and how she guides people. She guides you every single step along your journey to the next level for you. And that's how we are all aligning to this energy, so that we are all contributing to that elevation in consciousness for other beings. When you get to a particular alignment with this work, there will be facilitator training in all of this. This is the download of the entire modality live, where you get to see how it is done. The entire process of channeling and how that happens, so that you can follow along like a bug on the wall what's happening with Kenneth's life. We will share with you everything that is happening, everything that is in alignment with this frequency, and that has a benefit of moving you closer to this frequency. That is what we are in service to. That is why we're here. This whole thing is a rebirth. And many of you are ready for this. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. But it does require effort. But not in the way that you're used to efforting. It's not effort in the form of push and do and make stuff happen. It is an efforting in feeling good, feeling aligned with the body. Where is your body feeling called to go now? What is your body feeling called to do? It's so fun to be aware of how Gaia shows herself in other people. And this was a really clear example of that. What's really important to see is that for the mind, is that it's not the being that's special to you. That you just, that feeling that you get from a being like that, it's not the being, it's Gaia through your body, your feeling. Stay with that connection and see where that leads. This is Gaia's response to your asking. It is a much more magical place than you realize. This can be a very, very magical experience where one leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and it just flows effortlessly because you're in sync with the Gaia's rhythm, really, the breath of Gaia. And that, when you are that connected, you know where you're at when you focus on your energy. That was one being we got to give a card to that was completely in alignment with Gaia. That felt really, really good. We're very grateful, Gaia. Thank you so much. Please send us more of those fun synchronistic moments, because that's what's fun. That's the kind of marketing I'm into. I rather just have Gaia show me who do you want me to give this to. I don't want to go around like, I want to have fun. I want to meet fun people that are connected and alert and awake. And this being was really alert and awake. It was really fun actually, but we didn't connect too much with this being. It was just really fast. But it was fun. You know, we really enjoyed it. And that's the joys of the body, recognizing the perfection of everything. Yes, in hindsight. And we're getting better at recognizing it in the moment. Yes, we needed 3 times before we got it. You know? That's our connection with our own intuition in the moment. And there is a lag sometimes to when the intuition is there and when you sort of like, I should have done this. That's intuition in hindsight. I should have done that. Sometimes you couldn't have done that because there was a reason for it. So there's no point of going into any drama of it, right? It's just, cool. I'm gonna pay more attention next time. That's what it becomes. I'm gonna pay more attention next time. To recognize clearly when it's Gaia. You see? We can be very good at this. And we're all where we're at, which is okay. We are with Kenneth where we're at, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that we don't see. That's what we're teaching you too, to see what you're doing with your body. And see and pay attention so that you're not in stories when you walk around. You see? Stay in your body. Feel. Do I go straight? Do I go left? Feel for what the body feels drawn to. Yeah, let's just go in here. Maybe let's just look in here. You know, this innocent wonder. That's the energy we were at. And we love that. That's when we allow the body to just like, okay, what do we feel like? And it's been a while since we've done that, walking around. And that feels very good. I can feel the invitation to wander more like this. Just not have a plan. Go out and just see where you end up. Even injecting that with the bicycle, we can be a little bit too, okay, let's go down here, let's go there, let's go there, let's go there. And that is not conducive to this natural flow. That's what we're lessing. We're lessing those things, recognizing them. Okay, that's one of those old habits. Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you. And then let it go, and then move on to more joy, more feeling, more okay. From this space, do we just want to have a freaking apple with almond butter or what? You know, like it's those. Sometimes it's just these simple things. So that's where we're at. We're so grateful to be here. We're so grateful to be in a place where these things happen. This is so fun. This is the most joyful thing for us. Thank you so much, Gaia. Thank you for the rendezvous. Thank you. I acknowledge you and how you wish to help me, Gaia. Thank you. This is Gaia's gifts. Those things. So wonderful. And this is a direct effect of the work we did this morning. This is what we want you to start to pay attention to, if you haven't already pieced it together. Because it's only in hindsight, when you see these synchronistic things, that you can piece things together and get more aware, more awake to what's actually going on and how Gaia is actually communicating with you. It's quite magical, very special, you know. That's how miracles come. They don't come from efforting. But sometimes, if you get a phone number, just send a message, of course. Do that, you know? Like, it's not taking action either. And just like letting the universe like do everything. No, I can't do anything because... No, sometimes you get the nudge to do it. And having the sensitivity to when to feel for that impulse. To just, it just almost, it happened automatically, almost. Just the same, just the being the third time. It just came out. It wasn't even a thought. It was just, I saw you 3 times. And just like, hey, I've seen you. Recognizing what happened. In truth, that is being in energetic truth. That is very honorable to the energy of this universe. It's recognizing when someone is in alignment. And when the Gaia wants to have 2 people meet, right? For whatever reason. Now we have a reason. Before, we used to be for whatever reason. Now we have a business card that we give people. And then they can figure it out there. Because we know why people are getting drawn to us. And it is because of the alignment that we have. Did you just hear the gecko? That's why people are drawn to us. It is this alignment and this awareness that we have to these teachings. That's what we know. And then it depends. If a being is very much in the dualistic perspective, they might confuse that with love, or it's just a pull. Like you can't even, like it's magnetism. That's what it is, in truth. And that just means someone knows something you don't. That's all what it means. Or not all. It's someone is embodying what you are seeking to embody. That's really what it is. That's when the body gets drawn. The mind can get drawn if you have the awareness, but the body can get drawn when there is embodiment of that energy, because that is light. People are attracted to light. They're not attracted to freaking polarities. This is what they teach couplehood. Yeah, you have to embody the other polarity because that creates. No, embodiment and awareness creates light through your body, which makes you a beacon for higher intelligence. That's what's possible here. That's what we are. That's what we are practicing every single day. This is the alignment, and why people do rituals is to feel what we're feeling right now. It's this type of alignment. Not just right now, but what we are experiencing. That's why people do rituals. And the only thing with rituals is that they're helping you, your frequency, assisting other energies, giving you giving other energies permission to help you. Jesus, Archangel Michael, they are real energies that you can work with. You have absolutely projected your power, but use them. You know, you are more powerful than you realize. Parte by parte, bit by bit, is how we make this shift into this holistic perspective. And believe me, we are dancing back and forward. We have been across the finish line already. We have experienced it through this body, how that feels like. We know what it feels like. Recognize when God is speaking to you. Recognize when you're receiving Gaia's help, Gaia's hand. Recognize that when you are being introduced to someone. Recognize when Gaia has a hand in it. Yes, that's it. There's a gecko again. That felt like it was inside. What? Have we got a gecko inside? Is that what's happening here? Well, we do like geckos, actually. We have been friends with them. Push out. All the way in. All the way out and normalize your breath. It's so exciting when Gaia is working through the body. It's important to replenish the body like this. It seems like we're just making sounds, but what we're actually doing is refocusing back into our body and clearing out any energies that are simply not ours, and we are asking for assistance from higher intelligence to guide us, to attune and assist us with attuning our frequency back in harmony with who you truly are, which is when they can communicate, right? That's the thing. That's how you become a responsible light worker, cleaning your own energy. Don't just swim in other people's energy. Remember to reset always in how you're maneuvering your energy. If it is the way that you're maneuvering it in the moment so you don't have to clean so much, or if it is seeing what can be done better in the evenings so that you can course correct, or in the mornings for that matter. That is what all of these are. They are attunement, so that you attune your body back into harmony with itself and sort of move distorted energies out. That's what we're doing with these breathing exercises. We are moving distorted energies out. And sometimes you can get a bit lightheaded, sometimes you can get a bit dizzy. That's why it's good to sit, or at the very least inclined or laying down, so that you're comfortable, so that you can truly ride these frequencies and stay centered. And it's not a ego game. It's not about holding the longest or nothing like that. It's not, you're not becoming more spiritual if you hold this the longest. There is no such thing. it's more an awareness. Because we've been there and we've been through the spiritual stuff, and we were like, yeah, we can hold our breath for forever. If that will get me to nirvana, type of thing. It's so much twisted perception that the mind can have. It's so funny, you know, like you can't do anything else but laugh. It's just what it is. It's just a funny thing. That's what it is. We're also adjusting how we're presenting ourselves. We're wondering maybe we should stop saying, yeah, we think it's really good, but it's like we think everyone should take it. We're just having so much fun with this. Because people will do it when they feel called to anyway. And it's not fun to convince anyone of anything anyway. It's more fun when it's really aligned, when beings are truly feeling the call and feeling the resonance and Gaia guiding, you know? That's really what this is about. Gaia guiding you. But for that, you need to pay attention to Gaia. Where is Gaia? It's your feelings. Do you feel like this? You feel like that? That's your feelings. Your feelings that's how your feelings is intuition. Because it is the direct bounce back from Gaia. Higher intelligence sends that through intuition, but that can come through thoughts. It can come through thoughts, but it's usually when it's higher intelligence, it comes sort of through energy, and it bounces back to the body. That's where there is this resonance that you feel. That's when you feel aligned, because it's this bounce back. And sometimes it is you that is out of alignment of how you're reading someone, because maybe he is using words that you have an association with. And sometimes it's the being that is just finding its way as well. It's all good. Just make sure that there is no judgment on beings. Stay aligned with this magic. There can be so much magic when we all operate in this frequency. This magical frequency can happen continuously. That is what continuous... This is what it is to be in the holistic perspective. It is very much like experiencing magic and miracles every single day, at some form or another. You know? And seeing it, acknowledging it, and not acknowledging the magic that happened today. You know, we could get into the, oh, I was going to do this and that didn't happen, and then you can go into all the complaining, right? Oh, this didn't feel good. What are you focused on? All right, focus on what you want to see more of. It's so simple. This was a wonderful experience. We wish that we had more time with this being. It was too quick, is what we felt. You know, we sat with that feeling. We were like, oh, but we did exactly the same thing. Because we went in with a pang, and then we just went out and sat down. And then we just waited if the being felt resonance or not, type of thing, you know. And they came and just and then they left really fast. But that's wonderful. That was a wonderful experience for us. This is what we invite more of, and this is what we invite more of for you as well. It's these magical encounters that just make sense for you. You see? In your life. That's what these will do. Continuously is the key. Every single day, keep growing like this. Consistency And it's okay to repeat, that's completely fine as well. But keep a steady rhythm. Keep going one after another. Keep going. It is incredible when you start to align and practice this in action, which is what we are demonstrating how you can do. Right? This is so wonderful. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again soon. Ciao.